So one of the things I've learned from engineers is the notion of systems thinking. And I think that helps when you're thinking about what strategically are the solutions for women. But before you can start to think about solutions, you have to really define the problem. And systems thinking, I think, gives you that opportunity to really narrow down and understand what is the problem you're dealing with. And again, if I think about an organisation like Sydney Trains, where you had a large group of Indian Australian women who were part of the customer service team, so the people you would see on stations, the people in cleaning roles, particularly cleaning rolling stock, cleaning trains when they're out of service, women. And we did some research when I was looking after diversity and inclusion, which I must say I only did for about 3 years across the whole transport cluster from 2012 to 2015, before I had to focus more fully just on technical aspects of development for people. But if you looked at that particular cohort, when you look at stations like Central Station and Town Hall and Wynyard here in Sydney, large stations, why were there no women in leadership roles in those stations? No female station managers. Why was that happening? And when you came down so the problem was there weren't any women. That was the problem definition, if you like, in customer service, which kind of it was anti-intuitive because women are often in customer service roles rather than engineering roles. But when we looked into it, in fact, the issue was that women were not being given the opportunity to relieve or act in roles in larger stations when men were on leave or long service leave. Always men were in those acting positions. So when it came to being applying for more senior roles, the women were unable to demonstrate any experience, which was sort of a prerequisite at the level required in order to move on. So once you understand that problem, you can start to say, okay, well, we're going to ensure that 50% of women at level, grade 7 are going to have an opportunity to act at these particular locations. So start to really turn the dial in terms of the structural barriers, and there often are in large organisations structural barriers to women being able to move forward in a sort of a critical mass sense, if you like, not just the single woman who's the story we can talk about, but in fact women.